Hi, everybody. It's meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. It is a warm Thursday. This is going to be a really nice autumn day. Temperatures running a bit above average. Highs will reach 70 to 75 in most places. We might even push it to 77 or 78 in a few spots. And unlike last Saturday, where we had a similar setup, except that we had a ton of clouds that rolled in and many areas had a tough time getting out of the 60s. We don't have that issue today. So we're going to be in pretty good shape. Now, this is going to be the last nice day because tomorrow we've got some rain. Weather does improve for the weekend. The weekend looks good, but temperatures are going to be on the chilly side, especially for Saturday, where we're not going to get out of the 50s just about everywhere from Northeast Virginia to southern New England. So it's a nice sunny day, a nice mild day, warm day. Take advantage of it. Start to rake up some leaves because they're beginning to come down. And in the meantime, we're looking at the satellite loop as we are seeing another one of these weather fronts that is approaching. However, if you look at how the clouds are moving, it kind of tells you what's happening with the upper flow here as we have this very broad upper trough that's dropping down from Canada. And remember, this has been around for a while, and it just flexes every so often, and it drops down into the eastern half of the United States. And we've been seeing these weather fronts coming through. We've been getting some beneficial rains from it. So here comes the next round, next broad trough that swings eastward. What's going to happen is this trough is going to sharpen up a bit as it heads towards the coast on Friday. Our front is going to stall out along the immediate coastline, and we're going to get a wave that develops on it tomorrow morning. That brings rain for tomorrow into tomorrow night. I don't think it's a situation that's going to where you'd see thunderstorms out of it. This is just going to be a developing wave on a front, and as that wave forms, you're going to have that wind turning around to the northeast and north, bringing down cooler air. We're going to start that process tomorrow, and it will peak on Saturday. And I think we could wind up with 3/4 of an inch to maybe some places getting as much as an inch and a half of rain out of this. This would be the third substantial rainfall in a little over 2 weeks' time, and that's important because of the fact that we've been so bone dry. The drought conditions particularly in southeastern New England, south and west of New York City, that has not been the case. But you can see the rainfall amounts that the Weather Service is predicting, 1 inch plus through much of New Jersey, also getting into some 2-inch numbers into southeastern New England. That's the area where you want to see these rain amounts verify, because that area remains very dry, and we're seeing those big rain amounts clear on up through Maine. This storm is actually going to be getting stronger as it moves northward. And you can see that upper trough very well defined, how the mechanics in Canada continue to drive everything here as far as our weather is concerned. But the axis where that trough is to the west at the moment, which is why we're seeing warmer air that is coming up the eastern seaboard. Radars are fairly quiet in the northeast, so we do have some showers with the front through parts of Michigan and heading up into Canada and southeastern Canada. And then those showers extend back across the upper Midwest through Illinois and parts of Missouri. There really isn't much going on in the southeast or down in Florida. Radar's fairly quiet. And looking at the rest of the U.S., for the time being, the west is on the quiet side. So it's a southwest flow, high pressure off the east coast, and then there's your weather front that's going to be setting up our situation for Friday. Rainfall amounts over the next 7 days. Looks like this is mostly from what we're going to get on Friday, and that is on the order of, again, I think 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a half. You see the higher amounts throughout much of New England, particularly up in northern New Hampshire and Maine. And by the way, there might even be a little bit of snow in the mix up there as we see a changeover to snow possible in that part of the U.S. We're looking at the first areas showing up in parts of New Hampshire and Maine. Not a big percentage, but about a 10 to 20% chance that there could be accumulations of up to 2 inches of snow. Only a 5% chance in that small little circle that you see up in upstate New York. But again, we're getting to the point now where we're going to start to see this more and more, and you're seeing it in a bigger way out in the northern plains with probabilities of 20 to 30%. Up near the Canadian border, and then you get into the western parts of Montana, where you're seeing a relatively high probability of, I'm going to even jump it up to 4 inches just to see what's there, but I see some pockets here of 50% or more. So, look, the bottom line is as these weather systems continue to come down from Canada, we're going to see more and more of the snow part of the equation show up. So let's take you through what's going to be happening short term, and we'll roll through our latest round of weather models here, the GFS. You see this front approaches, and this is tomorrow morning. Suddenly there's all these showers that just develop from the Hudson Valley down into North Carolina, and then they rev up in the morning into the afternoon. Some of that rain heavy, continuing into tomorrow night. You got to wait for this wave to develop east of New Jersey early Saturday morning, runs up into the Gulf of Maine, where all the heavy rain starts to shift eastward, and we dry out. So Saturday looks good, Sunday looks good. Then we've got the next weather front coming for early next week. This one's going to be weaker. It's going to stall on top of us, and doesn't look like we're going to get much out of this. There might be a few scattered showers around late Monday into early Tuesday. Perhaps some clouds will probably be in the mix for both those days. And we'll have to wait for later in the week for a more important weather front to come on through. And you can see it here beginning to rev up late next week. And we'll deal with that, probably start talking about that more as we get into the weekend. So high temperatures today, again, looking at highs that are going to be mostly in a range of about low to mid 70s. I think should do it for Friday with that front stalled overhead. We are going to see temperatures cool off considerably. 50s in many areas in Pennsylvania and the Hudson Valley and Connecticut, maybe near 60 or low 60s. The rain's going to really help keep temperatures down on Friday into Friday night. Saturday, we'll have some sunshine. High temperatures, mostly 50s, maybe at best a few spots getting to near 60. And after a chilly start Sunday morning, we should bounce a little higher on Sunday. It looks like a range of about 60 to 65. And then Monday and Tuesday of next week, we're looking at highs that will be generally in the 60s. On my weather platform on Patreon, we have a long-range post up this morning to discuss what the weather models have been showing for next week and beyond, and that is the possibility of 2 tropical storms developing in the Atlantic Basin, one southeast of Bermuda that might move westward, and one that probably will come out of the Western Caribbean. I think that stands the better chance of perhaps having some impact in the U.S. in the longer term. We'll have to wait and see how things develop. So that's on my subscription weather platform on Patreon. Members, old members, or new members, you can take advantage of the 15% off annual memberships. So it's like getting 2 months for free. So all you got to do if you're a current member is go into the settings and just change yourself over to annual. If you're a new member, considered or want to be a new member, just go to patreon.com/meteorologist Joe Cioffi. And there are links all over the place. If you forget, just check the website, or just go to patreon.com and search meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.